Hello and welcome back to the tower. So if you saw my recent update, there is the .17 update. I haven't gotten it yet, but here we are. That said, let me pause this wave and let's go look at what I've been doing. So by pause, I really meant let me end the round. So let's look at my tournament history. So I've been following the similar pattern of like a 430, 430. I got two. One time I got two. I had a good group that let me just get second place. And again, if I fall out into Gold League, I easily get first place. That only happened because I made a mistake of doing that event. But that's sort of my event history. You can see I started playing this game. The first tournament was on July 6th. And I finished at 11th. And then I got into Silver League, and I accidentally promoted, and that was a big mistake. And then I tanked it intentionally to get back into Silver League, and I started seesawing through Gold. And then eventually I decided to say, screw it, let's just see how far we can go in Platinum. And again, I don't understand why I had like really bad performance this week. It finished at rank 14. And like some of them, I like, especially these two, it's something with the changes that I don't understand. On top of that, we do have some ultimate weapon stones. So of course, we are going to be upgrading our Golden Tower. And let's look at the Golden Tower and see where we are. Again, it's going to be hard to discern because unfortunately the bonuses here do not reflect the bonuses of the upgrade chart, and that's due to the researches I've done. And we will be talking about researches momentarily. Alright, so okay, looks like the next upgrade, okay, 98 on the bonuses. Then 68 on duration. And then 116 on the bonus again, followed by the cooldown. Okay, so it looks like what we will be doing is upgrading the bonus. And that's probably all we'll be able to upgrade. So now it's at 14.3. So that's about it. I'm currently not looking to invest my coins into upgrades. I actually had somebody in a comment earlier who he mentioned that I'm spending too many of my coins on my lab and not enough on my upgrades. This is actually intentional, and I'll tell you, and I forgot to mention why in the comment. I am intentionally doing this because of the event. Sometimes the event comes up with something and it's like spend 400 upgrades. I don't want to invest in here unless it's during an event now because of how expensive that's getting. I do know I can respec. I haven't researched that yet. I will be researching that eventually. I do understand that I could circumvent this by researching and reinvesting. However, that means I have to spend 150 gems for each event. I'd much rather not do that now, so this is kind of what I'm doing right now. That said, let's look at the research. Now, obviously, I had an issue with the research, and you're going to see it here. How am I researching Golden Tower bonus 15 and Golden Tower duration 16? And the answer to that is I don't know. So the research level 14 was finishing up. Both of them had like 3 hours left, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to come back to this game later. Let me go ahead and rush these to 15, and I'll start the 15 research. After I rushed both of these, I started the researches again. One was 15 and one was 16. I don't know how it happened. Somehow I double rushed the Golden Tower duration and didn't pay the gems for it. I don't understand how this happened. It's a bug as far as I can tell. And, we're just going to leave it at that. But that's why these two desynced. Outside of that, everything else should be pretty typical. I'm generally going towards longer researches right now because I have a lot of other things going on. If there was anything I could change about this lab system, it would be to allow you to queue up the next research. I really wish they would implement that because that would simplify things so much. I mean, make it a gem upgrade. I don't care. I would buy it in a heartbeat just because it means, like, if I'm researching defense percent, I can just add it in. I don't have to get it at the exact time. I don't have to spend gems to rush. I assume the entire reason we don't get it is because the way the game is designed to be played is that you check it, and if researches are close, you spend gems to rush them, thus incentivizing you to forever get gems. But I mean, again, I don't like that design. I really hope they add a queue system at some point. There's alternate theories that say they should add just instead of having labs like this where you research specific things, they just give you research points and then you spend the research points. That's a good system, but I do like what this adds to the game in terms of you can't pool. I mean, even if the points were individual per lab, there would be nothing. You'd have to do a lot of work to say, oh, you can only research this, but then it's on cooldown for X amount of time, and that kind of gets into the same problem, right? So, like, the idea of research points, I mean, again, it seems so easy if they would just add a way to queue up the next research. And I mean, a lot of people did not like my suggestion when I suggested that. I assume it has to do with that kind of alters the nature of the game. I kind of get it, because really hardcore people that really make sure they can do things want the edge of, I'm going to make sure all my researches are always running. That's the edge. That's one of the easiest edges I can get, just by saying I'm going to keep enough gems, etc., in store so that I can do it. Or I'm going to set a timer, and I am guilty of this as anybody, and make sure I re-up the researches at the appropriate time. Again, if that's the way the game's played, that's the way the game's played. I don't like it. I feel like it's bad. I think it's bad for... I honestly feel like it's bad for the game, especially when the feature is just like, let's add a queue, and you can just research into the queue. I especially... And honestly, if it was up to me, I would make it at least a 2-deep queue, or maybe, I would say, able to queue up to 5 researches. And the reason being is I would like to queue up, like, these really short researches right here, and get them. Especially these 3, I would love to queue them. I just don't want to have to set a timer, come back in an hour, set a timer, come back, and do that over and over again. That's not fun to me. Maybe it's fun to you. It wasn't fun for me. That said, I do have enough to get the energy shield. I didn't realize there was 3 levels to energy shield. There's 3 levels to energy shield. So I did get this down to 36 billion, and I haven't researched it yet. I probably will do the extra black hole next. Again, it's 13 billion, but that lets me get this out of the way, and it is a long enough research. It's at 1 week and 11 hours. Honestly, and that's about it, but I mean, again, I do need to do a lot of researching here. Get some damage, get some coin bonus, get 2 black holes. The reason I have been putting this off specifically is because I wanted to finish my Golden Tower researches, and we're actually pretty close on Golden Tower. Let me see if I can find it in here. As you can see, these cost 2 billion each. That's not a big deal. We have plenty of billions, but I'm trying to get those 2 finished beforehand. You know, honestly, I'm going to put this off until I finish my Golden Tower researches, because I believe duration is capped at 20, and the bonus is at 25, so we'll see how much that costs when we get there. Alright, so all that said, I heard I don't need any more orb boss hit. I thought I did. I've heard I don't. I don't know. I thought, from what I remember, is Plasma Cannon hits the boss for 54% of its health. That leaves it with 46%. You know, maybe I don't need it anymore if I have the upgraded Plasma Cannon. I really don't remember the way this maths out. I remember that you needed it to be 2% at what I thought it was 2%, because Thorns was like, it would hit for 49.5%. Maybe I only needed level 3. Because if Plasma hit it for 50, Thorns reflects back 99% of the damage. 99% of the damage reflected back did 49.5% of the boss's health. Maybe I only need this much orb boss hit. I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know. I don't really remember. And they took away the bot that the Discord used to have. That said, we are going to be able to buy 80 cards. Yeah, I'm a little low on gems this week, but let's get started. Okay, card number 1 is Berserker. Is Energy Net number 2. Okay, hold on. Let me get the inventory down. Okay. I'm hoping we can get a couple of these cards complete. I'm trying to get it. Okay, there we go. Well, let's fix it like that. So that's Death Ray and that's Energy Net. Energy Net again at 9. Second Wind at 12. Second Wind at 13. Death Ray at 19. So Death Ray is now tied for second place. Wave Accelerator 3 out of 8. Energy Net at 10. Wave Accelerator 4 out of 8. Demon Mode 13 out of 32. Wave Accelerator 5. Death Ray at 20, now tied for first. Super Tower at 20, tied for first. Energy Shield taking first place at 21. Super Tower tied for first. Second Wind 14. Demon Mode 14. Energy Net 13. Super Tower taking the lead at 22. Super Tower taking the lead at 23. Or extending the lead at 23. Wave Accelerator. Death Ray 21. Berserker. Wave Accelerator getting close to an upgrade. Wave Accelerator is now level 4. Berserker 9 out of 12. Energy Net 12. Super Tower 24. Super Tower extending that lead. Wave Accelerator 1 out of 12. Energy Net 13. Super Tower 25. Berserker 10. 11. Energy Net 14. Super Tower 26. Second Wave 15. Death Ray 22. Death Ray is now in second place. Second Wind now halfway there at 16. Berserker finally upgrades to level 5. Congrats, Berserker. And we are almost halfway through. Death Ray at 23. Super Tower at 27. Energy Net at 15. Energy Net halfway now at 16. Demon Mode at 15. Energy Shield coming up to 22. Super Tower is way ahead. Super Tower 28. Extending that lead even further. Energy Net at 17. Energy Shield at 23. Super Tower at 29. Second Wind at 17. Second Wind 18. Demon Mode 16. Demon Mode now is halfway. Berserker at 1 out of 20. Demon Mode at 17. Demon Mode at 18. Death Ray finally coming back at 24. Energy Net at 18. 19. Energy Shield at 24. Tied for second place. Energy Net at 20. Berserk at 2 out of 20. Energy Net 21. So Energy Net is getting up there. Death Ray at 25. Death Ray fights for second place. Second Wind. Death Ray 26. Climbing. Energy Shield at 25. Energy Shield fires back. Berserk. Second Wind at 20. Death Ray at 27. Death Ray is coming for Super Tower. Energy Shield 26. Energy Shield 27. Energy Net 22. Death Ray 28. Berserk 4. Energy Net 23. Energy Shield 28. Second Wind 21. Energy Net 24. And we end with Berserker at 25. So we got close with Super Tower. We got close with... okay, so it goes up to 5x. We got close with Death Ray. We got closer with Energy Net, Demon Mode, Second Wind. We hopefully will get some next time. And again, once we get one or two, it'll really start to fall in line. I think once we complete Death Ray and Super Tower, we'll really start to see these pick up. And I mean, Energy Net is pretty close. I mean, sorry, Super Tower, Death Ray, Energy Shield. The other three are pretty close, and then it'll really be just focusing on catching up Berserker and Wave Accelerator. Once we finally get all the cards caught up, then we will be working over here and saving up to get the last slot. Now, I think my farm cards are wrong, but they took away the bot, so I don't really know what I should be putting here. This is based on the old card priority tier list. I don't think there's a new tier list anymore. If you do know one, please tell me where it is in the Discord, because when they took away the bot channel that answered all the frequently asked questions, that's what I was basing all this on. That said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.